So what are we going to be doing today? So today's stream is all about automation, and I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible for everyone to understand, because automation kind of sounds like you need code. And in the no code space, you don't. You know, for some stuff, you don't. And I'm gonna go over three different platforms that helps Webflow sites become more automated. We're gonna go over Zapier, we're gonna go over Integromat, and we're gonna go over Parabola. All right, so that's what we're doing. Let's get to it. I made a new website, so there we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's do this. I'm going to go to whimsical.com and we're just going to flowchart this out real quick. Now, here's a scenario, a super simple scenario. Okay, and I'm going to draw it out for everyone. A user comes to the website and then fills out a form. User fills out form. A form. All right. After the user fills out a form, then the user what do we want to do with this form data? So someone goes to our Webflow site, and then this form information goes where? It can go anywhere. You can go to Google Sheets. It can go to Airtable. It can go a text message to your mom. Whatever, but we'll make this simple. We'll just send data to a Google Sheet. Cool. So that, but also we can send in, hey Andrew, so yeah, we can send an email, to ourselves with that data. So this is simple automation. Rather than having to take the data out of your Webflow site form settings page and then copy and paste that into a Google Sheet and then copy and paste that data over to an email and then sending that email, nope. You can just say, when this happens, then do all this. And this is simple to do inside of Zapier. Okay. So this is what we're going to try to do in Zapier real quick. Okay. So I'm going to make a form. Ooh, let's do this. We can actually use layouts. Contact form. Cool. First name, last name. How about we just do name and we'll do location. That's it. Let me delete everything else. Oh, this is grid, huh? Nice. Delete. Cool. And then, yeah, let's do message too. Okay, cool. Publish. Okay. Now let me set up my Google Sheet, and so we have name, location, and let's put message. Cool. Now that we have that, we want to send data from this Webflow page over to this Google Sheet. So A to B, super simple. And again, I say simple. Simple is relative. If it's your first time doing automations, I understand. All right, so we're here. Now we're going to go to Zapier, and Zapier has a free account plan, so you can play around with it. And so when you get into Zapier, you can say from Webflow to Google Sheets. And then when this happens, when a form submission happens, then create a new spreadsheet row. New Zap. All right. So from that UI, you get into this one. Now, it may look scary at first, as with all things new that are scary. You just go through the process from top to bottom, okay? So let me connect to my Webflow account. Let me see here. Which one did I use? I think it's, no? Used in 0 zaps. Oh, this one. It says use this one. Yeah, I named it that. Okay, continue. Site name, and I'm going to search for, and I named it Pixel Geek Automation. There we go, automation stream. Form name, and look at this. No options available. So, when you're trying to automate something, Zapier is saying, hey, I need data, but I can't find data inside of this website, so I don't know what to do. So this is why when you go here, you need to submit data. Because what Zapier is actually doing, it's going to your project settings, and then it's going into your forms, and then it's looking for data in here. But since we have no data, Zapier is like, I don't know what to do. What do you want? I can't find anything. So you have to give it data. So I'm just gonna put Nelson location. There we go. And then message. Hello world. Submit. Yay. And so where does this go? If I refresh, that data is here. So now that we have some test data, if I go here back to Zapier and refresh the fields, and I click form name, it doesn't work. Dang it! Come on. It's supposed to load more. Yay. Let me refresh the whole page. There we go. Okay, so I refresh the page, and now my contact form is in there. All right. So I'm going to press continue. Test trigger. And so you see, it's just, you just go one step after another, after another, after another. Okay, and now you can see that, hey, we found a submission, and again, it's just pulling that data from my Webflow site. Press continue. All right, next step. We're done with this first step. Now we want to send this over to the Google Sheet. So Google Sheet is the app I want. I wanted to create a new spreadsheet row, and now I need a Google Sheets account. There we go. Oh, I got to reconnect it. Hold on. Reconnect it here. Hold on. What? There we go. So after you let Zapier connect to your account, you can press continue. And then now we just go into the Google Drive and we find the spreadsheet. What did I call it? I called it stream example. Oh, it's right there. So stream example, and then the worksheet, sheet 1. All right. So you just go down the list. And this is just like connecting a string from one end to another. All right. So I'm connecting the name field of the name column of my worksheet with the name in the form submission. I connect the location with oh, what did I name? Sorry if this is getting confusing. There we go. Oh, I put first, so last name is actually, so I didn't name this correctly, but we'll keep going. So we'll pretend last name is location. So let's see here. Show all options. There we go. So name Name is Nelson. Location is San Francisco. And again, let me know if I'm going too fast or if you have any questions. And then message is hello world. Okay. I'm going to press continue. And test and continue. Cool. So now that it's been tested, I can go here and check it out. It's actually, oops, let me not make it bold. There we go. There you go. So I've sent data here. If I'm happy with the results, I can just go back to Zapier and turn it on. See? Random, Germany. Hi. Yay. It worked. So yeah, that's automation. The kid. Thank you. Ranjan from Brussels again. Hello. So yeah, automation. I'm not taking any of the data and copy and pasting it into this Google Sheet. Yay, I love you too. See? Simple. From A to B. Now, what if you want to do A to B to C, like I've done here? You know? Okay, I don't get email spam, so maybe we can change this step to, I don't know, let's put this into a Webflow collection. Add data into Webflow CMS. All right. So we can do that. Someone submits the form, it submits a Google Sheet, and then also submits to a Webflow CMS. That is possible. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to my Webflow site, go into the designer, and let's create a collection. And like we've learned, I think 2 weeks ago, what is a collection? It's basically a Google Sheet. You're just creating another Google Sheet, just like I did here, where I have the names of the fields. You're doing the same thing inside of Webflow. So let's go ahead and make a collection, and we'll just call this stream collection. And we have name, so we're done with that. Let's add another plain text for location, and then we'll add another plain text and make this multi-line for message. Save field, create collection, and publish, and I'm done. So now I can go back to Zapier, press plus, and start typing Webflow, and here I go. So choose an action. I want to create a live item. So you have two ways to create an item inside of your Webflow collection. Creating an item just saves it as a draft. It's kind of like when you make a new CMS item inside of a Webflow collection. It's not published yet. However, if you want it to automatically be live and published on your site so you don't have to press the publish button, you can click on create live item. So I'm going to click that one and press continue. Choose my Webflow account, use this one. Continue. Find the site, and it's Pixel Geek automation stream. And now it's going to look for a collection. Now, if you don't see your collection here, that means you didn't publish your site yet. So you have to publish it. So the Webflow servers, when it talks to Zapier, it knows, oh, it has a collection. Okay, so click on collection, and now, just like I said, you're connecting one end of a string to another, one side to another. I'm going to connect location with location. I'm going to connect message with message, and then I'm going to connect name with name. That's it. For slug, you don't have to put anything. You can leave the slug as is. because the slug, what it automatically does is just like how Webflow does it, it automatically creates a slug. If I go like this and say John Smith, and notice how a slug is automatically made. That's what's happening inside of this automation as well. Okay, it lowercases everything, it removes spaces and replaces it with dashes. Okay, so slug, keep it blank. Archived, do you want to make this item archived, or do you want to, you know, so you don't have to touch this, nor do you have to touch draft unless you want to. But that's it. Oh, it says required. Okay, so false and false. So I don't want it archived and I don't want it set to draft. Continue. Awesome. Test and continue. And there we go. We can go here and notice how there's no items. If I refresh and open up my collection, there we go. Automation. Want to try it out? Go ahead and go to that link again and submit. Let me see what... Yes, putting it in a collection. Awesome. Yeah. So if you want to make your own like commenting system for your blog or something like that, where someone submits on a form and then that data gets passed right back into Webflow. It doesn't have to go to Google Sheet. It can go from Webflow back into Webflow. You can do that, you know? So I turned the Zap back on. Did I? Oh, I didn't. Okay, now I turned the Zap back on. Go ahead and start submitting. Add to the collection. Let me see here. Did that work? Refresh. I'm getting all these notifications of form submissions. 2 items. The kid. Yeah. There you go. So it's going in here. And let's go ahead and put that data on this page. So let me put in another layout. Let's, what kind of layout do we want to put? Nothing. Let's just put it in here. Let's put a div. And then we'll put in a collection list. All right. Whoa, whoop. Nope. Collection lists. Pull that data. And we can go ahead and add a grid to this. So grid, 3 columns, 1 row. And in each one we can put a piece of text. This text is going to connect with name. Oh wow, look at that, it's already pulling in. I didn't even refresh the page. I didn't know that's possible. That's amazing. Okay, and then after that we're gonna put a text block for location, and then another text block, or maybe we'll put a paragraph because this is a message. And there we go. And then for each collection item we can go ahead and go like that, and then there you go. So if I publish and refresh, your information is going here. So let me go to Nelson test, location California. Ugh. Hello world test 2. Submit. Thank you. Your submission has been received. Refresh. And there we go at the top. And that's what happens. Automation. Super simple. Is the data coming from the form or the Google Sheet? Right now, we're this one right here, we're getting the data from Webflow. And we're sending the data to Google Sheet. And so this is taking data from here. For this one, we're pulling data. As you can see, the green icon right here, that's a Google Sheet icon. We're pulling data from the Google Sheet. We don't have to pull data from the Google Sheet. We can pull it from the form submission if we want. But just to show you the 3 steps that you can do. Again, you can remove this part, but this is just for example. Yeah. So that's Zapier. Simple. Now, if you're wondering how does this all work, and I hope you do wonder, this is what's happening in the background. So developers.webflow.com is our API to let you add, update, and delete items from your Webflow CMS. That's what it's doing. But Zapier makes it in a nice no-code way. Because if you were to code it, it would have to look like this. Create new live collection item. You would have to curl x put author. What? I don't. No. No. Yeah. What? No. Yes. Much easier. No. Yes. Okay. So Zapier actually have one of their shirts. So they gave me one of their shirts. Super awesome. I met one of the support team members over at a conference, and he sent me over a shirt. It says Zapier makes you happier. So yes, Zapier makes you happier.